In this video lesson, we will be exploring how to find the volume of cylinders or related measurements to the volume of cylinders. To begin, we need to notice that the formula that we'll be using down here, which we talked about in class today, is the volume of a cylinder is equal to pi times r squared times h, where r is the radius of the base, which is a circle, and h is the height of the cylinder itself. Sometimes you'll see that formula written as capital B times h. This is a commonly used one because the B stands for the area of the base, which is still just the same pi r squared since it's a circle. So in this problem we need to find the volume of the cylinder, where we know that r is 5 and h is 3. So we're going to substitute those values into our formula. So I've got pi times r squared should be 5 squared, and that's going to be times h, which is times 3. Notice for these other blanks that it says volume is exactly equal to. That would be my answer with pi, and that's going to be 75, because these numbers will multiply out to 75. So 75 pi. And they haven't said units, but notice that they said units cubed on the end, so I'll just leave that. If it was centimeters or inches or something, I would have said centimeters cubed or inches cubed. And then is approximately equal to, no, well, here's where we use a calculator. And I'm just going to make the statement that when we are multiplying by pi, we're just going to use 3.14, whether or not the instructions tell us to, instead of the pi button. So this will give us 235.5. 235.5. You should try that with your calculator to make sure that you get the same result. Let's take a look at another example. So in our formula, basically there are three variables. There's V for volume, and that's equal to pi times r squared times h. So anything that could be unknown would be a variable. So V could be the unknown, r could be the unknown, or h could be the unknown, as shown in this table. So here are three different problems where we're supposed to find these different things. So this first problem, where I'm finding the volume, is very much like the problem I just did. So I'm going to do pi times 26 squared times 20. And in my calculator it says that that's going to be approximately equal to 42,452.8. They did give me units this time, so I'm going to say inches cubed, and that's going to be the answer for that part, because V equals this stuff from the formula. Now in the next one I've already got V. They've told me what the volume is. It's equal to that. And if that's supposed to be equal to pi times r squared times h, well, h is known. That's the 15. So what I need to do is inverse operations to solve backwards to get what r is. Let me create a new page so that I can do that. So my inverse operation then is going to be divide both sides by pi times 15, or 15 pi. And when I do, my calculator approximates about 92.16 is roughly what r squared is equal to. Now I need to square root both sides in order to figure out what r is approximately equal to. Since I'm rounding, I'm using approximately equal to, and I get about 9.6 on my calculator. So let's take this answer back to the chart. Okay, I've inserted my answer here with my centimeters even. So I'm good to go on that one. Now the last one has the volume known again, but this time r is also known. It's h that's not. I don't know what h is. So I'm going to fill in the formula for that one on a new page. Okay, I've set this into my formula where I've substituted the known volume and the known radius, and I need to be solving for h here. So I need to do inverse operations again. I'm going to divide both sides by pi and by 10.24, which is what 3.2 squared equals. So these reduce, and I've got to divide this side by the same thing, divide by pi and 10.24. And when I do this in my calculator, I need to make sure that I multiply these two numbers together and that I group them. If I tell my calculator 228.29 divide by pi times 10.24, it's not going to think that the 10.24 is in the denominator unless I put that in a group with parentheses. So I'll do that in my calculator now. I get about 7.1 as the approximate value for h. Notice that I don't need to square root this time because it's h that I'm solving for, and h is not squared in the problem like the radius was in the previous problem. Let's go back and insert my answer. So I got about 7.1, and the units on this were feet, and so I'm done with that problem. Here are the problems that I would like for you to find answers to. So find the volume here and find the radius on this problem. And have those ready for the warm-ups tomorrow in class. Good luck.